Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. So I asked Spirit what kind of reading I should do for you all today. And I first put out these crystals with cards, and I just couldn't find the right combination. It just wasn't clear. So I think that there is some message for the collective about gaining clarity and about being decisive and trusting yourself that was being made manifest in the decision making for this very reading. Needless to say, in the end, they just guided me to do a crystal messages reading. So we're going to use the crystals to receive information both from them and from our guides, your guides. And if I feel called, I will also pull some cards. I have some decks accessible, but I'm going to just go with the flow and see where Spirit takes me today. So we have 3 piles with 3 different amazing crystals today. For pile number 1, we have the Golden Healer Quartz Crystal. I don't remember how I placed that. For pile number 2, we have Selenite. And for pile number 3, we have Diopside. Okay, so we're going to go into the grounding breath, the prayer invocation now. I call on Divine Source, Mother, Father, God Source, to please run through me. Allow your energy to run through me to communicate clear messages of healing, of love, and of guidance to the collective here today. I call on any and all divine and sacred beings of love and light only, those of the highest vibration, to guard over this reading, protect it from any negative energies, any energies that do not belong with us. Please protect all of our spaces so that the highest vibratory messages may come through to those hearing this reading today. Asking Mother Gaia to please ground me in her energy and ground all of those involved so we may stay clear and vibrant and full of vitality as we receive the highest messages for all. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, collective, so you can go to the timestamps down below and choose which crystal is calling to you the strongest, and I will see you at your reading. Welcome, group number 1. So you chose the Golden Healer Quartz crystal to receive messages from this crystal today and from your spirit guides. This stone is a very high vibrational stone. So I'm immediately getting that I am speaking to a collective of high vibration souls, people who have worked on themselves for a long time. You guys have really been working on I'm hearing your inner child, you're doing shadow work, and a lot more of your light is being shown to the world now. And the Golden Healer Quartz does bring warmth and this golden light that really imbues the recipient, which would be you guys today, with life force energy. So you can claim that energy now. Okay, you can claim that life force energy from this Golden Healer Quartz. What's pretty amazing about this quartz, like any quartz really, is that it can be programmed. And any quartz, clear quartz, amplifies the energy that from which the recipient intends. So whatever you intend to set for the stone, it will amplify it. So you can take a moment now and set an intention for the Golden Healer Quartz to amplify for you. So make sure it's positive and it's of a high vibration. So there is a message I'm hearing about your capacity to program your lives with a high vibration. So I'm hearing, get clear on your goals from Spirit. Get clear on your goals, because you guys are the great manifestors. And whatever, sorry, that's a very loud horn. Okay. Anything that you program your life with is going to expand at this time. You are manifesting at a very quick rate, I'm hearing. And it's very exciting, but the energy is moving pretty fast. Like they're showing me the Eight of Wands from the Tarot, which is just this fast moving energy having to do with your passions, your desires, and your drive. But they're showing it to me like as if the wands were a light, like they were bringing in, and with fire also, with light and fire. So as if this fast moving energy is running through your lives with a lot of light and a lot of vibrancy and a lot of passion and fire. And I'm hearing that your guides are proud of you, which is a lovely energy. They're proud of you for staying the course. That you guys have had a lot of strength and fortitude, I'm hearing, and persistence. I'm hearing in spite of it all. And I'm hearing this is the time now to shed your light on others, to shine your light on others. I'm seeing like someone just meditating with the sun on their face. And there is something about the importance for this group of being out in the sun. I'm hearing for the physical body, for vitamin D, and then for the etheric spiritual body to imbue you with life force energy. I'm hearing if any of you have been feeling unwell lately or have suffered with any illness lately, being in the sun, I'm hearing it would just be extremely healing for you. What else for this group? What do they need to know right now, Spirit? Please show me clearly. I'm hearing what they need to know is that you are being held to the light at this time in your life. And what this means is the universe is helping you in showing the world your gifts. I'm hearing your sacred gifts so that you are seen very clearly. And that the people, places, and things that are going to come into your life are going to help bring like a magnifying glass on those things that you have cultivated or reclaimed in this life, which I'm hearing felt robbed from you earlier on and also in past lives, I'm hearing. They're showing me this very interesting image from a past life of like your soul's energy being drained from you somehow. I feel like this is kind of dark, so I don't want to get into it too much, but if it resonates with you, it resonates with you. And they're saying like this is the life where you're calling back your energy, your life force energy, and any soul fragments and any soul light that was robbed from you in a previous life and early in this life. And I'm hearing this is the time in your life to come fully into your healed self, where you're just reclaiming what you are as a source, as a spark of source. What else for group number 1 do you want to tell them today? So I'm hearing an unusual message. They're saying that we see that you've been struggling with the idea of autonomy. Okay, can you tell me more, Spirit? And they're saying, and that it's been hard for you to let go of something. And I'm hearing them saying that they're guiding you out of this situation, whether it be like a relationship or some stuck place, because there's something that they're showing me, like there's something that's like grabbing at your energy, like trying to pull you back. And they're saying like, you're free. You're free. Let me just tune in a little bit more, guys. Hang on 1 second. Okay. So they're showing me this picture where you have disentangled from some relationship, let's say. I feel like relationship is the prominent feature here, but the person that you have disentangled from is still pulling on your energy. So they want you with the golden healer quartz. You don't have to have one. You can just use the one that I'm holding, okay, and call on its energy and ask it to disentangle you from any people that are pulling on your energy now. Okay, so you can just say, I release any ties that bind me now. I uncord from all unhealthy relationships and I reclaim my light. I call back in my light. You could write that down somewhere and maybe do an affirmation with that. Okay. I feel like now I want to pull some cards. Okay, let's see. For group number 1, I don't know what all the interference is. I'm just hearing so much honking, you guys. And I just feel like for those of you who are in so much light, right? This is such a divine crystal. I feel like there is a possibility for there to be interference in your life because your light is so vibrant. Like sometimes when your light is that vibrant, like people will reject you because they don't know what to do with that much light. So I think it's important to just remember that not all of the world's reactions to you is a reflection of what you are. It's more of a reflection in some ways of that person's shadow and their incapacity to see their own shadow and even their own light. Because of the kind of light that you emit, you might incite this, I don't know, it's like an insecurity or like, I would say more of like a discomfort in people. So just be aware of that and just try to keep holding love and space for yourself. And even those people, you don't need to fix them or do anything to fix yourself because you're not doing anything wrong. And I feel like that's an important message for someone. Okay, so we're asking the golden healer quartz. Just feel like I wanted to connect with it once more. To please give the collective group number 1 and spirit guides, please give clear messages about what they need to know right now, please. Thank you. I keep hearing the crystal saying, shine your light, shine your light. And I know it's a very simple message, you guys, but I feel like this crystal is really saying like to stop making yourself be small or hiding your light to make other people feel comfortable. Like no more of that. Okay. Like where in your life are you making yourself small or not even realizing that you're making yourself small? Okay. Surrendering to the journey, release control. So that's interesting. It feels like a similar message to what they were just starting to tell us, what the quartz was trying to tell us, where you don't need to feel like you need to do something about everything that is sort of coming up in your life that might be sparking anger or confusion. But it's really very much about releasing the need to respond to every challenge that's coming up in your life or nuisance I'm hearing, because it actually isn't even about you. Like they're showing me this person on this boat alone. So like in your life, you've got all these people around you and all these situations around you that feel like clutter to me, to be honest. And they're not representative of you at all or anything that you need to work on or change. You're on this journey on your own and you're a light bearer. Okay. This group is definitely light bearers. And you hold tremendous wisdom, like this owl up in the tree. And so I feel like the major message for you guys is to not get embroiled in what seems like these battles around you, because these battles aren't yours to fight. They're not about you. You are just inciting something. And like this person on this journey, they're like saying to sort of like, let me just hear the way they're putting it. Like just to keep moving forward and then past those people, places, and things that sort of show up in your path because they're not for you. Okay. Your light can just sometimes incite discomfort in others. And it's just important that you continue to behave the way you normally would within your own value system, just to be kind, to keep smiling, even if somebody doesn't smile back. Sometimes we really just don't know what that's about. Sometimes it's just their own insecurity or their vulnerability. So just really be mindful of that. Okay. I feel like I want to get just maybe a message or two more from this oracle. Can we get a message or two more, please, Spirit, from this oracle? Interesting. And one more, please. Interesting. Okay. So we have grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So what they're showing me with this card is the way that this woman is looking at the magic in her hands is how I see it. It's like they really want you to focus on what you hold dear and your own capacity to create magic rather than looking around you. Like they really want you to be very focused on yourself and what you're putting out into the world, because it really is magic. Because what may be throwing you guys off course is I'm hearing hyper attention or attention to that which is sort of chaotic around you. And that's not for you. That's not for you at all. So with the golden healer quartz, it is a healing crystal. And what this crystal is wanting you to do is to heal those things around you, not directly, but by indirectly, not placing your attention on areas of your life that should not have your attention, if that makes sense. Like you would heal things in your life by not giving them your attention. So for example, let's say you live in an apartment building and you're dealing with difficult management and they're asking you to do something in your apartment that you don't want to do. Instead of fighting it, don't pay attention to it. Of course, like if it's like legally or you have to respond, of course respond. But however you can, try not to fight with people about things. Either go very gently, like to sit on whatever the challenge is and maybe wait till morning to respond, or try not responding at all. And they may not write to you ever again about that issue, if that makes sense. Some things are just gnats, I'm hearing, that are just crossing your path, and they're not meant to be hit or dealt with or addressed. You're just meant to sort of watch them go by without having a response. Just focus on you. Focus on what you're putting out into the world. And they're saying whatever you're focusing on is going to grow. So if you focus on the battles and the stuff and things around you, that's going to grow. Just like the quartz crystal. Whatever you intend with the quartz crystal will amplify. I learned earlier on when I was studying crystals not to wear a quartz crystal, which is like the master crystal, the master healer, when I feel angry or I feel sick, because quartz can amplify that energy, right? So with the golden healer quartz, you want to set a very clear intention of levity, of healing, of clarity, and not from a place of fear or anger, but of stillness and calm. And that's what I feel in this card. This woman is very still and calm. I'm also noticing her beauty. And I feel like this group has so much light coming from them that, I mean, certainly many of you may be sort of objectively beautiful, whatever really that means. I'm not even sure that there's some such thing as objective beauty, but we live in the third dimension, so I'll just go with it. I feel like some of you actually don't really know how beautiful you appear to the world, and that some of you might experience people staring at you because you hold so much light. And I feel like Spirit is really wanting to remind you to like look upon yourself with new eyes, because all that you have been through has put you on this higher vibratory state where you actually look physically more beautiful to people. And you might notice that people are staring at you, like in the supermarket, and like wondering how did they get that glow? you know. I think people are a little bit baffled by you, is how Spirit is showing me. So there is something about you shifting your attention from little nuisances and little, like I'm hearing prickles or things that are like just niggles, like little, not niggles, that's not the right word, like little things like tapping on your shoulder that really should not be getting your attention. And stronger pulls, like we talked about at the beginning. I want to go into this card a little bit. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. So it does feel like that there is something about releasing that need to control, like releasing that need to sort of hyper attend to everything and just being more in the flow in life. I know it's a pretty simple message, but it can be hard to attain if you try to analyze it to death. But there is a need to sort of let go in this group, for sure. For sure. I wanted to keep the messages a little bit short today, but I feel like I want to get, you know, I'm going to grab a charm today. Let's grab a charm for you guys. What does group number 1 need to know? Show us clearly, please. Okay, what is this? Oh, you got little sunglasses. That's really beautiful because we have the golden healer quartz, which is the sun crystal and about warmth. So I do feel like this is about going out, having fun, being joyful, and really receiving the healing vibration from the sun. I feel like this is actually very important. I'm also getting that some people may require sunglasses around you because that's how bright your light is. And I'm not really stroking your ego here. I'm really trying to awaken a perspective of yourself that you are not currently aware of. Like I feel very strongly about that, you guys. And that you need to become aware of what you are emitting to the world and how you might be affecting people around you. And I think that will bring insight into some of the circumstances you guys have been experiencing lately. So with that, I'm going to close out this reading. Thank you guys so much for staying with me. If anything resonated, please let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I look forward to connecting with you in the next reading. Take really good care. Welcome, group number 2. So we are going to receive some messages from the crystal realm today, as well as your spirit guides. And you guys felt drawn to selenite. What a clear and beautiful, lovely stone. So I'm going to start just by connecting in with the crystal. Okay, so I'm just being guided first to just give some information about the crystal selenite. So many of you might be very familiar with this stone. It's a very cleansing and purifying stone. I'm hearing that some of you might have been on a cleanse recently or have been on a quest to sort of purify your physical vessel, I'm hearing. And I'm seeing that as you're doing that, your auric field is cleansed as well. And selenite does cleanse the auric field as well. So this is very good if you've been in an argument or you've had a tussle or some kind of difficulty, to use selenite to just cleanse your auric field. Sorry, there are some very loud birds out today. Interestingly, selenite cleanses the auric field and our spaces. So sometimes when you feel like there is interference, like I feel sometimes during my readings, selenite could help cleanse the space. What they're also showing me is that some of you might be the purifiers or the cleansers in your life, wherein you come into a room and there's some kind of fight or difficulty. And like I'm hearing these, and I'm seeing these 2 little green parakeets squawking at each other. And usually they're very loving with one another, but it almost feels like they're having a little argument. They're very sweet. But it feels like you guys sometimes are the mediators in your families or with your friends, and you help sort of cleanse and clear the space. Yeah, I'm just going to ask Spirit to please cleanse and clear any interference that I'm receiving right now, because these birds are really loud. Okay. So it feels like some of you might be the, I'm hearing intermediaries or the mediators between people. And I feel like Spirit is guiding you to reconsider. I'm hearing to reconsider. I'm just going to hold the crystal just to connect in because the birds are really loud. So I wonder if some of you feel like you're really good at mediating, but you don't want to sometimes. That's how I'm hearing it. And this might be a good time for you guys. Thank you, Spirit. They just cleared the noise. To get some clarity. This is a stone of clarity about what role. I'm hearing Libra. I don't know if any of you are Librans. Get some clarity about the role that you have held in your life for too long. I'm hearing for too long, where it feels like they're showing me someone like juggling and then balancing something on their heel, like with their heel behind them, and on a unicycle. Like that's how they're showing me. Like you guys have been juggling a lot, and they're telling me that none of the things that you are juggling are even yours. So Spirit is saying, like, might you consider, the role that you have played in your life for a very long time, that it might be time to reconsider what role you're playing in other people's lives. And I'm hearing stepping aside and letting them at one another without you intervening. Because I'm hearing you're getting caught in the crossfire. You're getting caught in the crossfire. And it's time for this group to sort of step aside and maybe reconsider what role they play in other people's lives, because I think it's time for you guys to get some clarity about what you need and what you want. And I'm hearing also to ask for help, So Selenite actually brings this clarity in and lessens all confusion and disorientation. And so I feel like sometimes when you guys are engaged with other people, you get confused or you get bogged down. And this leads to stagnancy or difficulty in making decisions. And Spirit is like, you guys are actually very clear thinkers. You are very sharp. You have very sharp minds, but you get muddied when you get too involved with other people. Okay. And now they're telling me that selenite strengthens the spine. And they're saying there's something in that for you guys, that you might need to get a little bit like a stronger backbone, as it were. And this is said with a lot of love and a lot of compassion and absolutely no judgment whatsoever. But it's with regards to this entanglement with other people. And it's in this way of like needing to be the peacekeeper. And the problem is that you might create some peace amongst those around you, but then you absorb some of their energy and then it throws you off course. So strengthening the spine, I think, means two things. I think it's one about like knowing boundaries and knowing your place. Like this is not your battle to fight. And setting appropriate boundaries where you're saying, no, I can't help you with that. Or maybe helping guide other people to answers rather than giving them the answers. And then the other thing that I'm seeing with this strengthening or aligning yourself with your spine is to be strong and powerful in your own space. Because I'm seeing that some of you lose your footing when you're around these chaotic people or places or situations. And they really want you to like strengthen yourself and create, like, they're showing me like a circle of light, like around 6 to 12 inches around where you're standing, that is just completely clear and completely your own field. And again, selenite does clear your auric field. So you might want to pick up a piece of selenite if this reading resonates with you so far, to clear your auric field of debris, right? Energy debris from other people. Now, the last thing that they want to say about selenite is that it charges other stones. So often you'll see a big selenite plate and you'll see other stones on it, because this stone gives light and gives energy to other stones. And so I see that you guys have that capacity to charge people, to give energy to other people. But the problem with this, unlike selenite, is that when you do that, you're not charging yourself enough. You're not nourishing yourself. So Spirit is asking you, where can you give more to yourself? Where can you nourish yourself more? Where can you charge yourself more with life force energy? Okay, that's a very important question to answer for this group. Okay, so let's get into some cards. This is not going to be such a long reading. I just wanted to come on and do a relatively shorter message just to connect in with you guys. So let's get some messages from the Sacred Traveler deck and see what else you guys need to know right now, both from the crystal selenite and from your spirit guides. This one wants to come out. I feel like there's others that want to speak to us today. Messages for group number 2. Anything else, Spirit? They're showing me a card that wants to come out here. Okay, beautiful. Let's see what we have. Great adventure. Take a risk and venture forward. Interesting. Fogged in. Go slow. Take time. That's interesting. They're almost like opposites. I feel like I want to put this here. Do you see like this boat facing this way and this boat facing this way? I'm going to find out what that's about. Don't you worry, you guys. I will find out. And miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Very interesting. Okay, Spirit, please help me to understand what group number 2 needs to know. So they just told me to switch these cards. Okay, and now they're facing each other. Interesting. So they're showing me that you might be at an impasse. Okay, okay. Very interesting. They're going to have me change the cards again. I'm just going to forewarn you, okay? So what they want is that, okay, let me just take it one thing at a time. Go slow, take time. That's what they're telling me to do. So the first thing that they want you to understand is that right now you need to disentangle from a lot of other people's energies. So there's all these people on the boat, and presumably they're working together, but none of them really stands out. And they're saying, like, as you sort of move forward on this path, I'm hearing of autonomy, you might feel like you're getting fogged in, you're getting lost in the abyss of all of these energies, okay? And so they want you to just take your time to find your center and to, I'm hearing, find your true north, like what direction you want to go in, okay? So they're saying, like, with this story, I don't have to switch the cards, but I just need to explain what they want you to see. What they want you to do, I'm hearing the Fool card, and I'm seeing the Fool card now. They want you to take a little bit more initiative. So as you disentangle from the energies around you, they want you to just start moving forward. This is not where you're taking a leap or it's a massive decision. Like they said before about what nourishes you, what can you do to sort of take better care of yourself. They want you to just do one thing for yourself that is just for you, just to get into the energy of what that feels like. And they want it to start rising in potency, I'm hearing, where you begin to really rest in the energy of like feeling deeply fulfilled because of something that you're doing for yourself. This seems like a very important message for this group. And that throughout your life, doing for yourself and doing for others have created this cacophony, this sort of conflicting energy. And so they're really wanting this, like fog, to sort of move off the board. But I'll keep the the card here. I think that's why there was this confusion about where the card should go, because they don't want these two energies to be fighting with each other anymore. Like they want you to be able to be there for other people and to have this energy of generosity, which I feel for this group, that you're a very generous and very loving group. And you bring a lot of clarity and a lot of ease and a lot of peace to the people around you. But maybe for a long time, you guys have been just muddied by other people's waters. And Spirit is asking now, where can you get clarity about what you want, about what you need? How can you nourish yourself? What would take you on a mini adventure of sorts? I'm seeing in the senses. So I'm seeing somebody who's like going to a spa where there's lovely scents abound. Like I'm smelling lavender. Let me just tune in. And I'm hearing like just this lovely music in the background, and I'm smelling lavender, and I'm feeling this warm towel on my back as someone gently massages me. That's the image I'm getting. Something really deeply nourishing to the body, but all the senses, to your ears, to your nose. Like I just feel like all of my senses alight with this loveliness. And I feel like they really want you to imbibe in this right now, in this energy of like, yeah, just like a spa day. But it doesn't have to be a spa day. It's just anything that makes you feel deeply nourished. And they're saying that if you do this one thing for yourself, expect miracles. And I'm hearing like wish fulfillment, because you've been doing so much for so many. And while they want to give you miracles in return for that, there is this lesson that is right in between. Oh, okay. So here we go with changing the cards. There is this lesson, which is this, between you being fogged in by other people's energies and getting your miracles, your wish fulfillment, which is about taking this one little step forward in taking better care of yourselves in a way that feels just fun and joyful and easy. Not like I have to do this, but I want to do this. And just to familiarize with that feeling of taking that initiative and feeling really good, like somebody is taking care of you. Once you do that, it feels like the path will open in this rather miraculous way. Like they're showing like you're on the ship trudging. Now you're like at the head of the ship, and now like you're holding the ship. I don't know if you see, like they all look like the same shape they're showing me, like as if the world is going to be in your hands. Okay, so there isn't much for you guys to do. You've been really holding so much space for so many. Spirit is like, can you just hold a little more space for yourself, so that we can give you the grace and the miracles and the presents and the gifts. I'm hearing the gifts, because that's what Spirit wants. They want you to be able to have this wish fulfillment, but maybe you just need to do this one thing. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a quick charm before we close out. What else do you want group number 2 to know, Spirit, in this lovely message? Okay. Okay, I don't know exactly what this is, but there's a moon, hearts, a crown, and angels. It does feel, I just heard like you're being crowned. So like they want, again, to like offer you riches. Oh, they're saying like it's a charm of riches, right? Like you have like the magic of the angels, you have wish fulfillment of the heart and love, moon magic, which is all about like knowing the mysteries of the world, the secrets of the world, you know, being like spiritually aligned. And the crown is like the pentacles. It's about riches. So again, I feel like this is really a message for you guys, that the universe wants to gift you with all of these things. And they're just asking that you do this one thing for yourself. Go out and do something for yourself and let me know, okay? Because I really feel like you will see the miracles happen once you just consider, what do I want today? What do I need right now? And if you answer that call, I feel like the universe is going to be rushing in to give you your wish fulfillment. So with that lovely message, I'm going to bid you all adieu. Thank you so much for staying for this message. If anything resonated, please comment down below. I would love to connect with you all. Otherwise, I look forward to connecting with you guys in the next reading. Take very good care. Welcome, group number 3. I'm really excited to bring in the crystal messages from the Diopside for you guys today, as well as any messages that Spirit wants to share with us. So, as in the other groups, I'm hearing that this group actually might resonate with the Selenite reading, just FYI, in case that one pulled you in. So Spirit has been guiding me to share with you the messages from the crystal itself and its attributes and channel some messages first, and then we'll get a few cards. And this is going to be a shorter reading than some of my others. I just felt called to do a reading for you guys today. So you guys chose the Diopside. This is a very complex and interesting stone. So I reckon that I am speaking to very complex and very interesting souls. So hello, I'm very honored to share this space with you. So in my research, I found out a lot about Diopside. Diopside in Greek means double sight and double shape. So dis means double, opsis, which I think you guys might be familiar with that root word, like optical, means sight, and eidos or eidos means shape. And the story goes that the Greeks believed that diopsides were fallen stars, that when they hit the ground, they became stones, and that they maintained their star identity in the twinkle that exists in the stone. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, so if you can see it, they retain their sparkle. And this is a reminder that they come from the stars. This is the Greek myth or Greek story, I don't know. So there is a very clear message from this diopside that this group is from the stars. I felt so excited to read for you guys because I can feel your sparkle. I can feel your light. It looks like you guys connecting with the fairy realm, the fae. It feels like you guys are magical and you have like this capacity to like sprinkle pixie dust wherever you go. And you have like a very lightheartedness about you. What I'm hearing for this group is that some of you might look very young, or you might have been told recently that some of you look very young because you have this sparkle about you. Like you might look like the fae in some way. Anyway, the reason why I just got caught off guard is because some of the fae that I've seen don't all look that objectively like cute or pretty, but their energy is magical. So I do feel like I'm speaking to a very special group of souls. So I'm going to ask Spirit right now, what do you want this very special group of star souls, what do you want them to know right now? So I'm hearing it is your time. I'm hearing there is no time to wait. Okay, so it seems like some of you might have been like doubting or doubting your abilities in some way. This might be really about spiritual abilities, but it could be about anything. And it's been keeping your channel with source and with spirit like a little stuck, even though you're extremely gifted and have like a very powerful capacity to connect in with spirit. This is actually very important for you guys to know. What else, Spirit, do you want them to know for group number 3? Yeah, I'm hearing that you guys really are like, you have like a real powerful connection with nature. which makes sense that we were talking about the Fae and also Diopside being this green color. And I'm hearing that when you feel confusion or you feel like you're not connecting with spirit, they're showing me like someone meditating on their couch, and they're saying, get off your couch and go and sit on the grass, go hug a tree, go connect with nature in some way. Like, it feels very important for you guys to get out of like stagnant air. Like, I'm feeling like wherever you're sitting, there's not a lot of fresh air. So like, open a window. I'm seeing like, let the natural world come into your space. Like, it might be good to get a plant in your space. I'm also seeing like feng shui stuff, like where it'd be good to maybe like move furniture. And they're applauding some of you who have recently actually changed up your spaces a little bit, where you moved furniture, because you might have felt intuitively drawn to do so. And they're giving you a thumbs up on that, because the energy needs to be moved in your homes a little bit. Something feels a little stale with this group, where maybe in your doubt crept some consternation and trepidation about moving forward. So everything sort of feels like frozen in space a little bit as I'm seeing it. And they really just want you to take that next step forward, because they're really on your side. They're really connected. Like, they're saying practice with your friends if it is about these spiritual pursuits, and do things by donation. And this will help get your feet more firmly on the ground. Like, they're showing me what is that called? Like a tricycle, like training wheels. And they're saying like that could be like your training wheels before you go out into the world. But they don't want you to be afraid of like judgment or getting things wrong, because they're there to guide you. And they're saying as long as you do things from your heart, you will always be right, in the sense that, you're not going to hurt anyone. Right? Like, I'm not always right in these readings. Of course, if I read for 10 people or if I read for 100, it doesn't really matter. If I'm doubting my capacity to bring in clear messages, the messages just won't be clear for anyone. Just taking a sip of water there. So I think that that's a very important message for some of you, is just to allow yourself to be free in your capabilities. And the more you speak from the heart and you speak from integrity, the messages will land well with whoever it is that you're trying to connect with. Okay, so let's grab a few cards here. This is not going to be such a long reading today. I just felt called to do this crystal messages reading because, well, I received some really beautiful crystals and I felt like they wanted to talk to you. To be quite honest, as strange as that might sound to some people, crystals have a frequency and they have messages to say to the world, and the mineral kingdom needs a lot more respect and they want to be heard. So, okay. Messages from Spirit, hearkening the call of the Diopside today. What do you want to share with group number 3? Again, I'm feeling like this stuck energy with the cards. Like, they're not coming out easily. Okay, so let's just clear that energy. Breathing life force energy into the space of the people who are drawn to this message and into these cards, bringing levity and light. There we go. What other messages, please, Spirit, do you have for group number 3? Okay. And anything else, please? No? Yes? Okay. See, there's that confusion there. Interesting. Okay. So we have staying focused, hold the course. They just said stay the course. Did I say that out loud? They said in my head, stay the course, right? So whatever it is that you have been wanting to engage in, whatever it is that you're trying to move towards but you're doubting, they want you to stay focused. It's a very, very clear message. They're also alerting me to this man who looks like a wizard. And they're just saying this group is extremely magical and they just don't know how magical that they are. So this is another validation of what they were saying earlier about you guys being fallen stars. And not fallen like from like, off of like a golden chair, like high chair or something like that. But you came from the stars to shed your light, to spread your light in this very magical way. on this planet. And now is the time to go out there and do that and not sit on your magic anymore. Okay. And look, he's even, using this telescope of sorts to look at the stars, which is the energy of the diopside. This is the energy of you guys. You guys are star magic. I'm hearing star magic. Beautiful. And some of you might resonate with Merlin, with the energy of Merlin. Okay, desert passage, trust there's a divine plan. So it does resonate again with the idea of trusting the path. But they're telling me just to reveal the last card. Since we're running out of time, I feel like there's a whole story here. Valiant courage, take action with passion. It's the same message over and over and over again. And what they're showing me is a story here. So this man is in his home looking out. Oh, I wonder what's out there in the world. I wonder how I can be of service. I wonder how I can sort of disseminate the magic that I see in the stars and that I hold in my heart. And they're asking you to start going on the path. And this person is like, but there's nothing for me here. I don't know which way to go. It's barren. It's a desert. And Spirit is saying, but trust that there is a divine plan. If you just stay the course, if you just let yourself be seen and heard, I'm seeing the energy of Leo, of letting yourself be seen and heard by the universe, by the world, rather. The universe will reward you, okay? They will reward that valiant courage of you taking flight, taking that first step. And all they want you to do, like they said before, if you take action, take it with passion, come from the heart. Whatever you do, do it fully. There is this idea from John Kabat-Zinn, who is a person, we might call him a philosopher, a psychologist. I just call him like a beautiful soul, who taught the idea from East, bringing methodologies and insights from the East to the West. And he wrote a book that's called Wherever You Go, There You Are. Wherever you go, there you are. And he teaches this idea of being fully wherever you are, right? If you're going to do something, do it fully. If you're going to be somewhere, be there fully, okay? And I feel like the message is very clear for this group. Take the step knowing that there is a divine plan for your path. But you have to take it. You can't be at home, learning astrology and taking all the courses and doing all the things, but never leaving your home and engaging people. Start on the course. And I'm getting a big clairsentient yes on this for you guys. Stay the course because you have something magical to give to the world. And I feel like you guys probably know that you do, but you don't trust it yet. And I know what that feels like, guys. I've been there. Trust me. I feel that way sometimes when I'm reading with you guys. Am I even affecting anyone? And am I doing something positive for this collective? I'd love to get this channel monetized, but whilst that's sort of taking shape, which may take years, I really want to know that I am doing something positive, that I am affecting change out there, that I'm inspiring people, that I'm bringing joy and levity, or I'm guiding you guys in some way. But if I stayed too much in the doubt, I would never be at this desk and I would never be reading for you guys. And let me be clear, I'm not on the other side of it either. I'm with you guys in that desert wondering, is it going to come to fruition? Do I have something that really matters in the world? But I did take that first step, okay? And I just want to grab your hand and say, take the step with me, because it feels so freeing. It feels so freeing to do it. So I feel like Spirit is just asking you, take action. Because when you take action and you do it with courage and you do it with valiance, you do it with passion, it will land. It will be well received. And so, I just feel like Spirit is really just like cheering you guys on, okay? So let's get a charm to close out the reading for you guys today. What do you want to tell group number 3, Spirit? Show us clearly. Show us clearly. What is this? We have a little carrot. Let me just ask Spirit what the carrot is about. So the first thing that they're showing me is like to harvest the carrot. Like you see the little sprouts on the top, like, but you don't know even how big the carrot is. You've got to like pull it out of the ground, right? And they're saying like your little sprouts on the top are showing, your carrot sprouts are showing, but you haven't shown the world, like, and they're even showing me like all this orange here, right? Like they're saying like, you're showing the world your carrot top, the green, right? But they want you to pull that vibrancy out of the earth and show the world your gifts. I didn't know that there could be such a depth of meaning in a little carrot charm, but there it is. Okay? So they're wanting you guys to wiggle your way out of that hole that you've been in. And it's not like a hole like of depression or anything, but where you've sort of like been withholding from the world in some way. You haven't been showing your light to the world enough. They want that vibrant orange color, like dusting off all the soil and ta-da, look at this beautiful carrot that I just harvested, okay? Like you are that carrot, as funny as it sounds. It's like, show the world your vibrancy, okay? Show the world everything that you have to offer, not just the top, right? Show the world like what you've harvested over so many years, what you have been building out for so many years. And there is something about this being from the earth and you being from the stars that I think is an important part of this message, where I think that some of you, having been from the stars, might feel a bit out of place on earth. And I think it's time for you to get situated, to not just be looking up at the stars, but really starting to ground into earth and asking, how can I feel a sense of belongingness on this planet? I know I'm a galactic being. I know I'm an angelic being. I know I come from the stars, but I can't keep fighting being in the third dimension on the planet. And I feel like there's a very strong message here about how can you get more grounded and how can you become friends with the earth and with the earth's energy, because your magic from the stars is so needed down here, you guys. So I just hear your spirit team saying, stop looking for where you belong on the earth. You don't belong in that sense where, you're looking around and trying to fit in. So just stop trying to fit in. You're meant to be magic personified, right? On this planet. And you're meant to sparkle in a way that no one else can and no one else will. And that is part of your soul's purpose, is to go out in the world and sparkle and not fit in and emit that light to others so they will start to sparkle as well. So as within, so without. Okay, so you bring your sparkle from inside and you pull it out and you shine that light on everyone else. So really just try to get grounded and try to find ways to get comfortable with the earth. And that's maybe some resonance with like being in nature and leaving your home and getting connected with the earth itself. Because this is the time for you guys to take that next step on your path. And they're saying that the way to do that is to start with getting reacquainted with the earth and the majesty of earth, and not willing yourself to return to the stars, because you have a lot more to do down here. You have a lot more to do down here. You have a lot more magic to, I'm hearing, inflict in a positive way, to sort of bring forth onto the earth. Okay, so don't give up and don't hold yourselves hostage in your homes. Go out in the world and spread that light, spread that magic. Okay, with that, I'm going to close out the reading, you guys. Thank you so much for staying for this short but little lovely reading from the crystal realm. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please comment down below. I'd love to connect with you guys. Otherwise, I will see you and connect with you in the next reading. Take very good care. Much love.